up, my geeks and freaks? Big Girl Geek here with a brand new review. It's Monday, so y'all know what time it is. It's time to review The Passage, Season 1, Episode 4. Whose blood is that? Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Geek Out.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so you guys know me. I'm here with my notes, and I just finished the episode, and again, it was another good episode. I like the show. I have no complaints about it other than, everything's happening really fast, but I'm still feeling it. I'm still loving it. So like I said, this is Season 1, Episode 4. Whose blood is that? And the episode starts off with the death row inmate who I'm learning names this episode, you guys. His name is Anthony. And it starts off with, we get a whole Anthony backstory. Whole episode is Anthony's backstory. He's having a sexy time dream about his girlfriend that he's accused of killing, named Rachel. That turns into a nightmare. Fanning is all up in his head, all up in his dreams. Can't even let him have sexy time dream without Fanning getting all up in his BI and his business. And we see that. And Fanning is telling him very soon he's going to have to make a choice, and it's kind of obvious that the choice is to either become a vampire or not become a vampire, which probably means death because he is infected with the virus. So let's see. He wakes up from that dream, and we start to see the sun. He closes the shades, so you start to see that the sun is starting to bother him, the sunlight. We cut to Amy and Brad, my favorite father-daughter duo, and Amy is panicking. She doesn't know what's going on. She wants to get out of that room. She's been confined to that room for however many days, maybe a week that they've been there, a couple weeks, I'm not sure. And she's starting to panic. So Brad comes out with an idea to get them outside, and he talks to the doctors, the two main doctors, the white guy who's wife is all sick, and the black doctor. The black doctor's name is Nicole, and the white guy's doctor is Jonas. I think I told you guys I'm learning names. It only took 4 episodes. And he's like, just let us outside. And they're like, you're a security risk. He's like, I'm not Harry Potter. And we got a Harry Potter reference. And of course, Harry Potter is my favorite, my always Harry Potter tattoo. So anytime I get a Harry Potter reference, I'm all for it. So this show is scoring big points with me with the Harry Potter reference. We see Shauna have a conversation with Clark, the ex-best friend, and Shauna is the girl vampire. Told you guys, learning names. Pat myself on the back. She's just like in his head saying, oh, thank you for helping me last week and not killing me with the sunlight and all of this and all of that. Tells him to look out for a soldier that is going rogue. He's going to take care of him. And let's see, he goes to see the soldier that she was talking about in his dream, and he's being manipulated by another vampire down in some cell. And the BFF Clark, he tells the BFF Clark, he's like, well, they're having a conversation, and he's like, you've been here too long, you're too close to these lab rats, you've been here too long. And he says, well, how do you know we're not the lab rats? Which is very telling, which was a great line, a little bit creepy and scary. And I'm like, that's true. How do they know they're not the ones that are the lab rats? So we see Amy and Brad outside. They have convinced the soldiers to let them build a treehouse. Amy is afraid of heights, and they're building this treehouse, and there's a very cute scene with them and a very cute moment that I absolutely love. Their bond is only getting stronger and better with each episode, and I'm here for it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Anthony, the death row inmate, like I said, we get his backstory. We find out that he may be innocent. He meets his girlfriend. We see how he meets his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend now that died, Rachel. Clark and Nicole start to talk, which is the black doctor. And Clark tells her that the reason he didn't kill Shauna is because he called like the bosses, and they said, no, we don't want that, we're not here for it. So he's lying about why he saved Shauna. And we see her later call, and she's like, well, let me talk. I want to talk to you about your decision not to kill Shauna. And they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. He never called us. So she called him in a lie, but in this episode, she has not confronted him with the lie that she found out about yet. So maybe we'll see that next episode, because I am interested in that confrontation, and that conversation. But again, to me, they are lacking chemistry, and they are not believable as a couple. I'm just not feeling them. What do you guys think about that relationship? Let me know in the comments. Okay, we go back and forth. It's like cutting back and forth. All these scenes with Anthony's backstory. We get some more Amy's checking on him because he's having all these dreams and he's waking up from these nightmares. And Amy like slides the note on the door like, you all right? What's going on? And then we start to see him lose his teeth, which I guess they're making room for his vampire teeth. We got to see that, which was great. Now that we know that there's some type of innocence going on with Anthony, the death row inmate, I don't mind him and Amy having that back and forth conversation with the notes, with the crayon and the white paper under the door. So now that we know, I was actually liking their relationship. You know, that I thought that would be another person to protect her, but we'll get to that in a minute. So they do show that Amy and Brad finished the treehouse, which was very fast. That's the fastest I ever saw a treehouse being built, even though some of the soldiers were helping them. I mean, they only had like 3 or 4 soldiers helping them, and he still built this treehouse in like 30 minutes. It's quite fast. So after they built the treehouse, one of the soldiers is like, I'm leaving. She's like, oh, let me just see your binoculars. She's like, you know, I don't get to see anything. I've never been to this state. I don't ever get to see nature where I'm from. And the lady falls for it. And Amy is smart, and even Brad says he is scared. He is teaching her well. She is learning really good skills here to help them get out of this crazy situation. He seemed like such a proud dad, and I love it. Like I said, I love their father-daughter relationship. She also said that she's always going to call him the agent, and she's never going to call him Brad, because he's like, you can call me Brad. And she's like, no, your name is the agent. So I don't get that. I don't know why she didn't want to call him Brad, but it was cute. It's a cute moment. What do you guys think about why she doesn't want to call him Brad and she just wants to call him the agent? Let me know in the comments. Maybe she doesn't want to get too close to him because she thinks something's going to happen. So she thinks maybe by just calling him the agent, she's a little bit removed from the situation. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. We see Brad's ex-wife and Lacey. I think I remember her name was. See, I'm remembering names and forgetting other names. They were meeting with a reporter from, I think it was last week's episode, and she's like, I'm going to air, she's showing a clip from the story, she's like, it's going to air tomorrow. But I think it's painfully obvious that's not going to air, and it didn't, because the next day they went to watch the news story, and instead they got some information that the reporter was killed in an accident. And Lacey's like, we got to get the hell out of here now. So what do you guys think about that? How did they find out who killed them? How did they know? Let me know in the comments. Nicole checks on Clark's story, like I said, about the not want to kill Shauna. She found that out, so that was a lie. The other doctor is still looking into the dreams. Oh God, what's his name? Jonas. He's still looking into the dreams and Fanning. He is obsessed with Fanning's powers, obsessed with his powers to communicate into dreams. He's still checking that out on the side. So the soldier from earlier, the one that Shauna warned Clark about that was going to cause a problem, decides to shoot up the compound because he wants out. He wants to quit. He wants out of this. He said he took a viral blood and sent it off. That wasn't true, but he was shooting up the compound. And they sent in Brad, who was a hostage negotiator, to talk him down. And we see Brad talking to him, and we learn some stuff that he said that Fanning only needs one more vampire to get their great escape. They don't want anyone to die, but they're planning their escape. And they're not really going to escape. They're saying everyone in the compound is going to help them and just like open the doors and let them leave. And before he could really get into the gritty of Fanning's plan, Clark comes in and shoots him because he was letting it all spill. He's like, ask Clark about Shauna, and that he was spilling his guts. So of course he came up on the roof and shot him before Brad can get all the information. Let's see. There was a scene when he was shooting that Brad was like, Amy, run. And when he said run, she ran. She outran him. She was not playing. She was out. So like I said, he talks the shooter down. After that, or like, yeah, I think it was, yeah, after that, we see Amy in her room and she meets Shauna for the first time. Shauna enters her mind, her dreams, whatever. And Amy's very smart, figures out, show me what you really look like. She shows vampire things. Face, and she's like, I'm not going to turn into you. And she's like, yes you are, you have no one, the agent's not going to understand. So their work now that they got the soldier out and they got Clark, the BFF, they are working on Amy, and I am nervous for her. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But she's tough, so I don't know, I think she's going to hold her own. And then finally we do find out that Anthony is innocent. His girlfriend was married, and either she was a drug addict, or either like she killed herself or something like that in the middle of the night. She drowned herself in the pool, and he never really fought it, and that's how he ended up being convicted. But he is innocent, and he was, the whole time we're seeing that, he has this fever. They're trying to cool him down, and it's not working, and Fanning's in his head, and he's like, your heart's gonna stop in 3 seconds, so decide, you die, or you join my family, you become a vampire. He chooses to become a vampire, bites one of the doctors. Jonas, the doctor, the start of this all with his sick wife, goes to like run to him to try and stop him. He pushes him, and his mask comes off, and Jonas gets blood on his face, and Nicole, Black Doctor, says, whose blood is that, because your mask is gone. So he might have the virus now, and we don't know if that was just like the doctor's blood that was getting bit, or if that was blood from Anthony, who turned, who is a vampire. So that's all up in the air, and that's how that episode ended. So it was overall, like, it was another backstory. We went from like Shauna's backstory now to Anthony's backstory. I don't think we're really going to get a Fanning backstory, maybe. But I found the episode to be good. I mean, I don't know, kind of felt, maybe, I guess you could call it filler, but not really, because it moved the story along, at least for me, in my opinion. It moved the story along, and we finally got to see some of Anthony's backstory, and he finally turned 4 episodes in. I mean, to me, that's kind of fast. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And I am excited because next week looks like they're going to try to escape, and it's from the preview where the vampire is about to bite Brad, and Amy does something and like screams, and she pushes him off, so she has some type of power. Like her with the virus, when they mixed the virus with her, gave her some type of power, but is maybe not turning her, or maybe she is turning, and that's why she's getting these powers. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm really excited. I mean, I really love the show. Another solid episode. I would give this episode a B. I enjoyed it. It had its slow moments, but again, it moved the story along for me, and it had some great moments, and I really, really enjoyed it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. You know, I really am enjoying the show, and I love it so much, and I love talking about it with you guys, any Passage fans. If anyone has ever read the books, also let me know. What do you think? How the show is going in comparison to the book trilogy. I would love to know that too. Let me know that in the comments. I want to see if they've changed things up a lot, or if it's pretty much on the same path as the books take. So that's all I have for you guys. That is my recap and review of The Passage. Like I said, I give it a B. I'm enjoying the show. I really have no complaints about it. I can't really find a complaint. So I'm out of here, guys. Until next Monday, Passage fans. I'll see you later. Big girl geek out. Peace. Hey, where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.